On this week of the Don Hollywood show, we have a viral sensation, Jessica Baker.
Hey
Jessica,
Donnie,
how you doing today?
good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Now, I am completely shocked at how many fake accounts there are of you online.
Oh my, I am too, honestly. It's every single day. There's probably five more that pop up.
Are you for real? It's that many?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like I get so many DMs and they even try to message me. I'm like, why are you trying to message me?
I finally had my first one, and it was on Facebook, and they were commenting on my
Mhm.
videos, and I just was like, "Why would you comment on my videos? I'm clearly just gonna block
Right.
you." And they're like
Yeah,
trying to get money out of people.
exactly. Yeah, that's what they do. They're trying to scam like my followers out of money or like getting these fake relationships. I don't even want to know how many fake relationships I am in right now.
So do you ever
Um,
get messages from like the guys like once they realize it's fake?
I get a ton of messages, like, so people blaming me. So, like, just recently, I actually got a girl that messaged me. She goes, "Can you please stop messaging my boyfriend?" I'm like, I didn't respond to her just because I deal with it every day. Just people thinking I'm messaging their boyfriend or these guys thinking we're in a relationship, wondering why I stopped talking to them. Like, it's not me. I can't, like, I made 5 videos explaining that these are not me. Don't fall for it.
Yeah.
So, like, I get it every single day. People warn me. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware.
It doesn't, yeah, it's so crazy because it doesn't matter how many videos you make about it, that stuff
hmm
still happens. There's a friend of mine on the LPGA tour. Her name is Lexi Thompson. I don't know if you follow women's golf. And
hmm
so she has the same thing happen to her where she has fake accounts and she does these paid meet and greets. So she made a whole post about it because she was at Golf Galaxy doing a meet and greet, and an older gentleman in his 50s came up and started like yelling at her and was like
Oh
mad because
no.
in his mind he was in a relationship with her.
Oh my goodness.
So at
I
least
don't even know how to react to that.
I know, like, could you imagine somebody coming to you at the bar and just being like, how dare you? Why'd you leave me on red? I thought we were in
Yeah.
love, but like,
Oh man.
have you ever had anything like that happen?
No, no,
No.
like no one personally.
Gotcha. Any like crazy people just come up to you at all or
Yeah, people do come up to me and say that they love my content and stuff. I wouldn't say crazy. A
yeah.
lot of people will message me later and be like, "Hey, I saw you," but they don't want to come up to me. I mean, I don't blame them because I get told all the time I have this RBF that goes on because like I live inside my head and like I think my thinking phases looks kind of mean.
Yeah.
I think people just don't approach me because they think I look mean.
So you think you look mean while you're dancing, huh?
Oh, when I'm dancing, it depends.
Because like
I do. I mean,
as if
I'll laugh and smile, but if I'm
yeah.
concentrating, like
Yeah.
if I'm just learning to dance, I probably do have the RBF going on.
Okay. I say because when I watch your videos, you seem like a very just nice, down to earth girl from your content
Right.
online.
But yeah, I mean, I am nice. Like if you approach me, I'm gonna be nice, but
Yeah.
I can see why people, because if I'm in my head, I do have like an RBF going on. So
Nice. Well, okay. How long ago was it that you first started gaining a following? And what was the first video that
oh
first kind
man,
of put you on the map?
I think it really took off maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Video wise, it might have been a line dance tutorial. I
Okay.
think I woke up one day to like 18,000 followers
Wow.
as of one. I might have been the Footloose one.
I think that's what I first saw you from was
Yeah.
the Footloose
Yeah, the
tutorial.
Footloose tutorial. And then the transitions, of course, made me take off even more. So,
Yeah.
been a crazy ride so far.
Now, did you ever want to be an influencer, or do you even consider
I
yourself
had
an influencer?
I had zero intentions. No, I was in school. I was getting my bachelor's in biology. I was going to be like a physician assistant and everything. And everything started blowing up and I got brand deals and all that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try and just, you just got to kind of go where life's kind of leading you. You can't just go with the flow and see where life takes you.
Yeah, you never know when that opportunity is going to come.
Right.
So I've never looked you up on Facebook. Are you posting on Facebook also?
Not really, no. I do have an account that's public for it. I haven't done anything. It's mainly been TikTok, Instagram.
Gotcha.
I started posting on YouTube, but not too much.
Gotcha. You do know that Facebook pays for ads on Reels, right?
I know you texted me that.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
did. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because
yeah.
I had no idea because TikTok was great and they came out with the creator monetization program, but you don't
Mhm.
use, do you? You don't do 1 minute original videos.
Sometimes I do, not much though. I usually do like the, just country music transitions.
Yeah.
So
You just
not
don't want
much
to try and
really.
take advantage of the money.
I don't I don't talk very much. Like
Gotcha.
I don't like have crazy experiences, especially like I don't know. I see you comment like you'll reply to comments all the time. I see that from you.
Yeah.
How's that going?
I mean, it's good. I'm just trying to make extra money because that's the crazy part is I never wanted to be a teacher. And so when, I gained followers
Hmm.
from dancing and then they rolled out that program and I mean, who doesn't want extra money?
Right,
So I
right.
wanted to take advantage of it. So I'm just like, what do I do? And I've always wanted to be a character. Like I always loved watching the WWE
Right.
and having cutting a promo on somebody. And I just viewed it as like, hey, this is my time to shine. I'm never gonna be a WWE wrestler, but I can go on
Right.
TikTok and I can cut a promo on somebody and try and
Hmm.
make it entertaining. And so I'm trying to do that, but like I'm debating on doing more like tutorial stuff, like maybe find an easy line dance. Because even for you, like that Footloose tutorial did so well, instead of you posting a video of you doing it, you could get your
Right.
little microphone and do the same thing, but actually tell everybody, hey, grapevine to the right, grapevine to the left.
Hmm.
And that could be a 1 minute video for you.
Right. It can. I mean, I stepped away from tutorials only because dances are done differently everywhere. So like
Yeah.
the tutorials I have done, I know like other bars are doing this dance. And
Yes.
right now, I have not seen a dance that is done everywhere. Like all the instructors are kind of doing their own thing because I do keep a line dancing TikTok still, but I don't want to put a tutorial out only that I know it's done in my bar. It doesn't help anyone. So
Well, are you familiar with Copper Knob?
yeah, of
Okay.
course.
So, I mean, yeah, if you just go on Copper Knob, then all I would do is just do the tutorial and say, hey, I'm teaching this dance taught by so and so to this song. And if that
Hmm.
wants to be one that they want to use at another bar, then they can. If not, nobody's going to fault you for that as long as you're teaching the actual choreography.
Well, right, yeah. I just, I like to know that it's being done other places so people that are actually taking the time to learn it can actually do it.
Yeah,
Because, instructors like to put their own twists on things and
for sure. For sure.
right.
Um, because that's why I try telling people, because I had no idea that Facebook paid money. I just wanted to try and grow my
Hmm.
reach more and use it whenever I was working with labels. So I get on Facebook, gain some followers, and next thing you know, they tell me, "Hey, we're putting ads on Reels," and it was the most lucrative, spot out of all of them.
Right.
So that's why I tried telling, you and some of my friends who I know, try and make some extra money. I'm just like, hey, here's another chance that, you can put your content.
Yeah, no, I appreciated that. I got to get to that point.
I know it's tough. It's a full-time job, and
Hmm.
I like even Emily struggles with it because she works an actual 9 to 5 job,
Right.
whereas me, like I work my own hours, so I could be
Hmm.
done by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I can go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning and be done by 1, and I still have the entire afternoon to post whatever I want.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Yes. Now did you get in on the Instagram bonus program when they rolled that out?
Yes, I am on that. So I do make some money from Instagram for sure. I got to
Yeah.
post more. I posted today, but I've
Yeah.
been lack on the Instagram posting
When did you get sent the notification? Do you remember?
for the bonuses.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a year ago. They just auto renew it now, so I'm always in it.
So see, that's interesting because what I read online was that they had it last year and then they came out with a new one. They cut it off from what I read online because I got sent the
Okay.
notification and I was like, what is this? So I did some Google research and there was some Business Insider articles
Right.
about the bonus program. And this was a new program that Instagram was rolling out to try and compete with TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got in it and I was making good money, but the article said that it was something they were just testing. And I had it all the way up until the summer because, they did the 1 month thing and then the last 3 months they did it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But then I haven't got a notification for a new one.
Did you check if it's auto renewing?
Um, No, because they went away from the auto renew. I'll have to double check
Really?
that, but I got a notification saying that they weren't doing the auto renew. You had to. I'm gonna check that, but yeah, I saw a
Yeah.
notification because I would have to click activate bonus the next morning after it would end.
Right. Yeah. No, mine auto renews. I just got that notification maybe a couple days ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of want to check right now. Now you got me.
You should. Yeah, I don't know.
Where do I go to check that?
It just appears at the top of my notifications. It's like one of those like
Interesting.
important general notifications I get.
Yeah. Well, and I wasn't the only one though, because I started doing research and I saw people on Reddit who have a good following and they were like, did anybody not get it? And they were the only ones. So I'm wondering if they are editing it or trying to roll out a new
Yeah,
one.
I'm not sure. I don't
Yep.
really do research into it. I just go with the flow. Okay,
Well,
sounds
you
good.
don't have a wedding to pay for. I got a wedding to pay for.
No, I know. How's that going?
It's going good. You can show me. Ooh, just hit Siri. Sorry.
You're
Um,
fine.
no, it's going good. I got a few more months before it comes. The tricky part was just the guest list
Yeah.
and trying to finalize that down because we have such big families and we wanted our friends to
Hmm.
come and trying to limit because I just have so many older cousins and I don't have a relationship with a lot of them.
Right. And
And
weddings are so expensive, so you don't want to invite everyone that you don't even talk to.
yeah, my parents wanted it because they're so proud of us and they were so looking forward to it. And they wanted
Right.
to invite a lot of their relatives that maybe they haven't seen in a long time. And my dad's like, "Oh, you should better find a DJ for $300 or, the catering should be X, Y, and Z." And I'm just like, "Dude, you have no idea how much stuff costs right now."
Yeah. No, DJ's easily like 1,200 bucks.
Yeah, the cheapest one we found was 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Hmm.
I see what some of my friends did. I mean, they're photographers and stuff. They were like 9 grand for it. Thankfully, we found really quality
Nine
people.
grand
Yep. Yeah. One of
for
my
a
friends just,
photographer?
yeah. Yep. They can't, one of my friends just canceled their wedding because it was going to be 60 grand. And he just was like, dude, I'm trying to buy a house and I do not want to spend this kind of money. And
That is insane.
yeah,
Just give me I'll take pictures for you with my iPhone.
thank you. I appreciate that. If we have, because here's the interesting part. So we sent out the invites 3 weeks ago, and we've had about half the people we invited RSVP already. And I started looking at Emily, and I'm like, if people don't RSVP like within the first week that they get it, they're probably like there might be a small section who still may come and still may RSVP,
Mhm.
but there's no way another 60 people are all gonna remember to RSVP in the next month and a half.
Well, when's the end date
December 1st.
for like the end of the RSVP?
Yes, yeah, because we have to
Yeah.
send in the final payment for you have a final guest list. So we have to send that into the venue. And
Um,
so whatever number if you don't come. Some people had told me that when they had their weddings, the people that didn't RSVP, they still showed up anyways. And I
that's
was
not right.
like, yeah, I was like, no. I was like, that's one, we're sending out a very professional letter if you do not RSVP saying, hey, sorry we missed you. And then yeah, and there's also a gate at the venue.
Yeah.
So if your name is not gonna be on that list, sorry, you're not making it.
Well, I mean, they have to RSVP. Like, you pay per plate, right?
Absolutely. And the alcohol too, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You'd be surprised. Like, if they're like me, I'm so bad at this. I'm a procrastinator, so
Yeah.
I'll RSVP literally the day before it's due.
Hey, as long as you get in the day before, it's
Right.
fine.
So
But
maybe
like
those 60 people will.
maybe I doubt all of them because some of them have to travel from different cities.
Right.
My dad was telling me he's like, well, should you have sent all the invites out, so far in advance, months in advance? And I said, yeah. I was like, there's a good portion of our relatives. I mean, all of Emily's family's from South Florida, and some of my relatives live in other cities. I was like, they have to request off from work and make and set plans maybe for their kids to, be watched and everything. I was like, yeah, they need to know months in advance.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, I hope it works out for you guys. Everything
Thank
goes
you. I
smoothly.
appreciate that. But yeah, no, if we have some extra room, if everybody doesn't, are you wanting to come to the wedding?
Um, what is it?
I can't say publicly, but
Oh,
I will
that's true.
I
Okay.
will I will let you know. As
Yeah.
you know, there are some plenty of crazy people in here.
Yeah, that is true.
Have you ever had any like stalkers, like any guys just be like crazy obsessed with you and trying to put a restraining order or anything?
Um, I definitely do have some guys that have, I don't really want to say too much, but I
Okay.
definitely do have some guys from like the gym and bar that do send me weird messages, but they won't reveal themselves that, they see me all the time. So I don't know. I wouldn't call them.
Stalkers,
I
like they're not like
yeah, I don't
following
want to
you to malls and stuff.
right. I wouldn't say they're completely following me, but yeah,
Gotcha.
they kind of hide in the corners and watch me a little bit sometimes.
I don't know, man. People are so interesting. Now, do you get much like negative comments on your videos or weird like negative messages, people telling you you stink at dancing or something
I
along
mean,
those lines?
that comes with social media, right? You're going to
Yeah.
have those people that are going to comment. I mean, I do get a few. I wouldn't say I get a crazy amount,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, I ignore them. I don't care that much. Like, you can't, there's not much you can say to me that's going to really make me mad.
No.
Because,
Now, are you somebody who actually reads all your comments or do you just kind of half skim them
uh,
sometimes?
if it's commented on that day that I posted, I'll read it. But if it's like past a day and I'm already videos ahead, then I won't see it. There's too many notifications coming through.
Gotcha. So you've gained all these followers. What are some cool things that have happened to you from getting these followers?
Definitely like working in the brands, music videos have been fun. Just
Hmm.
like the experience and it's just I just never expected it like this to happen.
Yeah.
Just people looking up to me, asking for my advice and just think I don't know. I always tell people like I'm just another basic white girl creating videos. I don't know like people view as me like famous and stuff. I'm like I'm not famous. I'm just another white girl creating video. It's just been a wild ride. Like
Well, there
I
was a
guess
music video you and I were both almost in, right? We were both invited to it. Wasn't it the
yeah,
Temple of Tone one?
yeah, that line dancing one.
Okay. Was that filmed in Michigan or was that going to be in Indiana? I can't remember.
That was in Indiana.
So they flew you, yes, right, because they were going to fly us to Indiana for that.
Yeah, I drove because it was only like 3 hours for me.
Yeah. That's so wild though to be filmed in Indiana. Like every other one that we've ever been invited to was Nashville.
I know. I was like, oh, he's coming.
Yeah, I wanted to, but it just would have been a lot to fly there with work and everything and then turn around and fly back. And then
Right.
I would have had to have lead because, you know, I just talked about music videos with Alana yesterday and she lives in
Hmm.
Nashville. And I asked her and I wanted to ask you like because everyone I've ever been invited on, they all gave me like a week's notice or like 2 days notice to be there. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I can't not cancel work. Has that been your experience too?
Yeah, no, I get short notices. Like this one guy from California, he goes, "Yeah, I want to fly you out here like next week." I'm like, I can't. Like, I
Yeah.
can't just, especially because I had something on that day. I'm like, I can't just fly out. I don't. It's been a lot of last minute stuff.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that I mean I guess the ones in Nashville are different because I guess it's a hub and there's so many people there and they can
Right.
find people quickly. But some of these other ones like California and Indiana, like I'm surprised it's not planned out a little bit more in advance.
Right. Yeah, Indiana, I think I had some time because I even brought along three of my friends and they
Gotcha.
had to take off work. Like I didn't have that problem. I create my own schedule,
Yeah.
but they had to take off work. So I know that they gave me some time for that one. But California guy literally wanted me there like 3 days later. I'm like,
Now is this like a like established artists or was it more like an independent one?
the California one,
Yeah.
more of an independent one, up and
Gotcha.
coming.
Gotcha. Wild. Wild.
It is wild.
Did you enjoy the music videos? Is that something that you ever wanted to do? What were your experiences besides the short notice?
No, it's been fun. Yeah, I enjoy them. Like, there's one I did, and this one was like a little bit crazier because it was like a whole production. Like, it was
Yeah.
a whole storyline to it.
Uh-huh.
And I was telling people, I'm like, yeah, I had to hop out of this truck, like open the door and hop out 50 times doing the same thing
Wow.
because they want the right shot, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
that's what like movies go through. They take these scenes 50 times. That's why it takes so long. I'm like, I literally for this music video, I hop out of the truck 50 times. And
How
sometimes when you
long
get the door open,
what artist and song was that and is it out? Is it released yet?
yeah, it's been out. It was Brian Papson. He's actually a Michigan artist.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so it was like a local gig and it was a lot of fun.
But they offered to
He
pay you for that and everything though?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
most of them have offered to pay, or at least cover the costs. Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, there have been some where they're just like, "Hey, we'd love to have you, but we can't pay you."
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of understandable in a way because they want to make it big too. They are on a
Yeah,
tight budget. I mean, there's some I'm like I would have done just for the publicity,
yeah. If
take
it's
a chance.
local, for
Yeah,
sure.
right. Like I like helping people out, helping small businesses out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, are you still in school?
No, no, I
Okay,
graduated a long time. well, it feels like a long time ago now, but yeah, I've been just doing the social media thing and creating my own businesses,
Yeah. What
going
kind of
from there.
businesses?
One I'm not releasing yet. It's in a I'm like stagnant with that one because I'm trying waiting for approval on things. So that one's kind of secretive. Only a few people know about that one. But like
Okay.
I'm taking over marketing for a couple local businesses in Michigan. So I'm kind of like a marketer, helping them with their social media pages, and then
Good
of
for you.
course my own social media gigs. So
That's
that's
awesome.
about that's what my life is right now.
So, I mean, are you, so you're like living off of social media income fully for the most part, besides the marketing stuff?
Right, yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah. It's been fun.
Does this stress you out at all? Because it stresses me out because there's some months where it's really good and then other months it's like they just go down.
Um, I mean, I just, like Instagram helps a lot. Like that's
Yeah.
been a very consistent
Yeah.
income. So I wouldn't say I'm not a stressful person because I always trust in like God's plan. I trust in God that He'll always take care of me. So, I mean, there has been slow weeks, but I wouldn't say I would get stressed over it because
Yeah.
I know in the end that it's going to work out how it's supposed to. And I
Wow.
mean, you just got to budget a little bit, right? So those slow weeks, you gotta
I need to be more like
budget.
you because I'm always just so stressed. I'm gonna wake up one day and it's just
Hmm.
gone, and I'm not gonna make ever make any another dime again online, which has happened to me on Facebook. I don't know if you saw my post where I got restricted for a week.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
No, I didn't see
because
that one.
so okay. So end of last year, this woman wrote a very rude message about Emily,
Oh.
and uh she wasn't very appealing herself, I'll say. And so I
Mhm.
I clapped back at her, and then so I got my money suspended for a week on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, now I'm never gonna, make money again or whatever." And then I started on Facebook these hater of the day posts, and I would write something nice about them. It was obviously facetious, but I would write
Right.
something nice about them, but it was a joke, and I would post a picture of them and the mean comment they wrote. And it was a huge
Hmm.
hit because on Facebook, you have the ads on your reels. And then you have the bonus program on Facebook where they pay you for how much money you make on photos. So like I
Right.
can I can just take a meme and I can share that and write something funny with the meme and I make money off of it, or a Facebook status or a hater of the day post. And it was such a huge hit. I had so many people come to me at the bar and they're like, "Dude, I love your hater of the day post. I love you roasting these people. It's so funny." So this was beginning end of August, or no, 1st of September. I get a notification that my post I made on July 29th, where I said, if anybody's looking for a kind, compassionate, middle-aged male, this is your guy. And it was a very goofy looking guy who was trying to shit on me. And
Hmm.
yeah, so they took my money away again for a week for writing that.
Oh my goodness. Way to go, Donnie.
Yeah, so I'm no longer doing that anymore, so I can't make money off of that. But
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I can see how it would get. I mean, people do like that, drama aspect, social media. They like to see
yeah, I find it
kind of
so
thing.
interesting because you're one of the few people who doesn't really do drama on their page or thing. You just kind
Oh
of post
no.
you and do your thing, and you're killing it.
Yeah, no, well, that's another reason. It's like I feel like people are very addicted to drama, like those minute videos, like where people are telling like these stories, drama filled.
Yeah,
Like they take off. I'm like, I just don't want to bring that upon myself. Like I don't want to create enemies, and like I keep my circle small for that reason because
yeah.
I'm not a drama filled person. Like I'll listen to your problems and stuff. I'm not gonna tell anyone or like spread it because I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah. Well, that's
That's
one thing
like,
I've appreciated about you. It's been cool following you for the last several years and talking to you
hmm.
is like you just do you. You're not trying to be caught up in all of the, cool social media circles and make like all these like friendships and stuff. And
Right.
obviously, like I said, very kind. But you kind of just do your thing and whatever
Yeah.
happens, happens.
Yeah, I stick to myself. I just like, but if it takes off, takes off. It doesn't. I can't control. I don't
Yeah.
want to. I just don't want to be that person. I don't know. I'm not. It's like I don't like talking about myself either.
Yeah.
And like I feel like you have to do that like on social media sometimes. That's why I kind of stick to the sounds and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
I hate talking about myself sometimes. Like I even hate looking at my face. Like if I'm on social media all the time, like I don't want to see my face anymore.
Really? Man, I'm the complete opposite.
I'm like, I'm tired of seeing me.
What do you think people find so appealing about your page?
That like I said, I have no. What do you think? Like I don't view
Um,
myself like that.
If I had to say, I mean, obviously the tutorials I think were great. Your
Yeah,
transition videos are very good, by the way. I mean, it
thank you.
obviously helps you're very pretty. I mean, a lot of the guys I'm sure following you
Appreciate it.
because you're a very pretty girl. But it's also just like fun content. Like I said, when I watch your videos, I can see where a lot of people probably just view it as like kind of like a break from everything else. You
Right, that's what
probably
people do
like
comment.
kind of fall in that niche of like, hey, there's not a bunch of drama on this page. This is just like fun,
Mhm.
looking at her just kind of puts a smile on my face because she's just having fun doing this cute little content. Or I do like the videos you do where you're like getting out of the truck and you're like lip syncing a song. I think those videos are a lot of fun, and it makes me, I'm like, damn, like I really need to do more stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean they're fun and it's funny. Like I was actually thinking about is, did you ever do that? Did you ever have that app? I think it was like iMovie Star or Movie Star. Did you hear of that app before?
No, I've never heard of it.
So it was an app back in the day. I think it was like when I was in junior high school, and you could literally like create your own mini music videos with this app
Really?
with your songs and the effects and stuff. And I did that all the time. And I used to send it
Wow.
to my friends, and I'm like, this is like a, it was like foreshadowing what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I know. And you have no idea that that was gonna pay off for you in the future.
Right. I'm like, I'm just making these, just being a kid,
Yeah.
making these little music videos, pretend I'm in a music video. Now I'm just like, kind of do this for a living. I'm lip syncing songs and putting myself in those situations.
I know, that's so awesome. What goals do you have for yourself for the future? Just to keep doing what you're doing, or is there anything that you haven't done yet that you want to cross off?
I definitely, like I said, that business I'm not really releasing any details about yet. I want that take off. I definitely want to become an entrepreneur. And
That's a mouthful.
sorry, I can't talk with this. I'm like got that sick voice going on.
Now, can you spell it for me?
No, not not on the spot. Um, no, I want to like expand in my business goals and definitely travel more too. Hopefully I can travel, go see different country bars. I've been to a lot. I haven't been near state country bars, but I've been to
Yeah,
Florida.
so you are probably, I think you are the only person in the northern region that has any sort of TikTok following.
Am I?
Yep. Yep. There's nobody that has more than like I don't even know anybody. Well, I lie. So there is a girl in Ohio. I think her name is Maria Lemons, I think.
Okay.
She has a pretty solid following, but I'm pretty sure that you and her are the only two that has anywhere over like 50,000 followers because I didn't even know there were bars. There's a girl from Ohio that had just messaged me. I think she's in
Hmm.
Columbus. I don't even know where. But she was telling me about the dance scene there, and I just was like, wow, I'm like, I had no idea this even existed because I haven't seen it online.
Right. Yeah, no, there's definitely more bars in Ohio than there is Michigan.
Hmm.
Michigan, I want to say it's becoming bigger, but country bar wise, like an actual environment where it's country, there's probably only, I want to say one or two true ones.
Yeah,
Others are just doing, like taking a bar and bringing out floor and just doing it.
yeah.
It's definitely not that big in Michigan. We're definitely more line dancing. We don't do much swing.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's everywhere on the East Coast. The bar that I met Emily in Fort Lauderdale, Roundup, they were the only bar. There's a bar in a small town in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They're the only two bars that will actually do. Well, I lied. I lied. Charlotte, North Carolina, from early on in the night, they'll
mhm.
do a lot of swing and two-step there. But those are
Yeah.
the only three that I've been to on the East Coast that aren't like 90% line dancing.
Yeah, actually, even Florida, I think the bars I've been in Florida, they didn't do much swing either.
Which bars did you go to in Florida?
The barn in Sanford,
When did you
and
go there?
oh man, last 2 years ago,
Ah, okay, okay.
2 years ago, it was like since September or something.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that place
Then,
is fun. They do some swing there now too, ever since the Nomads and stuff started doing events
oh,
there every
okay,
year.
maybe it was just the day I went.
Well, it's kind of blew up after probably if it was 2 years ago you went, it was right around that time is
Hmm.
when the Nomads first started hosting Shoreline there. So that's when it started
Yeah.
becoming more popular.
Have you been to that Cowboys bar? Is it Dallas? Or that Cowboys in Florida? What is that one called?
So there's two. There's one in Orlando, Florida, and
Hmm.
there's one in Largo, which is St. Petersburg area.
Okay.
So that's a new one, the one in Cowboys, and like, you're probably done with the one in Orlando.
Orlando, yeah.
It is a straight college town, and it is packed.
I know. I was gonna ask you about that because everyone was doing two different dances. Like the people are actually doing the dance, and others, I'm like, what are you guys doing? I think they were doing tush push every dance or song.
They do it like 10 times a night.
Yeah, I was like, and it was packed. Yeah, I was like, I don't like too big of crowds, so
Mm-mm.
I'm like, I was not having that much fun there.
Me neither. Yeah, it's so interesting because you get bars like that are in college towns that they are just all those college kids. That's what they do on the weekends, which is great. The one, if you're ever in St. Petersburg, the one in Largo, it was so much fun. Like the
Hmm.
aesthetic of it too. I love the bars that have like a good aesthetic to it.
Right.
So the one there was great, and then there's one in Texas that we went to in Austin, Mavericks in Buda, Texas, which is
Hmm.
just south of Austin. And but they just do two-step there on Fridays and Saturdays all night long. Like progressive two-step, they travel around the dance floor and it's
Yeah.
all they do, country music, like no Ed Sheeran, no church clap, like nothing
Hmm.
all night long. And I'm just like, I love two-step, but I don't know if I want to do it for 5 hours a night.
Yeah, exactly. Are you tired of that Ed Sheeran song yet?
No, no. I went through a phase where I just was kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
But I kind of just it's and I think the funny thing is people and I do like it, like don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
But I doubled my follower count on TikTok when I started
Yeah,
posting.
you did.
Yeah. And then with me and then I start posting on Instagram and Facebook and to this day it is still my biggest money maker.
Yeah, that song blows up every time. Every time.
So, from a pure business perspective, why would I stop posting something that is making me money? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right, exactly. I mean, I posted, have you seen the Alan Jackson Country Boy day? Oh, not dance.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I did. I think I posted another one on Instagram today, but people are asking for it. I'm like, I posted this song probably four times now. I'm like, I'm tired of it, but people keep asking for it and it blows up.
Well, do you do the videos for you or for your followers?
Both.
Hmm. It,
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I don't want to do it, but I'll do it for you guys.
exactly. Like that is the tough part with being a creator is like, on one hand, you do come up with creative ideas and you're like excited to do it.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, sometimes you have to do things just because for pure business wise, it's like if this is what people like and
Yeah.
want to watch and it's gonna boost my numbers and my money, then yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Well, yeah, there is a lot there is a lot of business to my account, especially like do you ever collab with artists?
Like you mean like labels or like
Both like artists and labels. They
oh
ask you to
yeah.
do a song. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's something I get pretty often. I don't really accept anything else anymore, other than just working with labels because they want me
Yeah.
to lip sync something or just post a video. I love it when they just message me and they're like, "We just want you just to use this sound on your page. Here's
Yeah.
200-300 bucks," and I'm just
Mhm.
like, "Oh, okay, yes, I will hear it." And they're like, "Send us a draft." I'm like, "Here's a video I took like 2 years ago of me dancing with Emily that goes to this song."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, we love it." And I'm like, great, thanks.
Yeah, those are good ones. I actually I am kind of stubborn though. Like I won't just do any song. Like I
Really?
won't no, I won't just do any song and I won't just collab with any brand. Like I have to believe in the brand
Mm.
and have to think the song's good. Like if I don't think your song's good, I'm not gonna give it to my followers.
Even if it's a label?
That's what I mean. It's like it's not all about the money for me.
Wow.
It's
Even
I'm like I want to stay like genuine and to myself. Like I'm
yeah.
not gonna let the money take me a different direction. Like especially everyone asking if I have an OF. Like I would never. And
Yeah.
and I get like these agencies always ask me to join it and they're like they'll give me X amount of dollars if I do. I'm like, I'm not selling myself. It's like the
Yeah,
same thing with brands and songs. Like I'm not gonna sell myself just for the money.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't blame you with the OnlyFans stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, wow, that's shocking that you would turn down just to post a song,
Well, if I'm
even
not
if you
gonna
don't like the
pretend this
song.
song's good, I'm not a liar, I'm like, oh man, this song's not very good. I don't know.
Okay.
It's just me. It's just
Okay, I respect it. I would I like uh, even then. I mean, the problem was there was a vape company where I don't vape at all, but they
right.
wanted to. I viewed it though as a commercial. Do I believe in vaping? Would I tell people to vape? No.
Hmm.
But at the same time, if you want to pay me to act on my page, you want me to be the face of this. I'll People do enjoy vaping. I don't. I'm not going to tell people what to do and what not to do.
Right.
But if you are going to, pay me and they were a great company to work with, and it was a quote unquote healthy vaping alternative,
Hmm.
I forget there was like no additive chemicals. I still don't think blowing smoke in your lungs is good either
Yeah.
way. But yeah, I mean, the some of the money they throw at you is like, we want to pay you to post 2 videos a month for the next like 3 months, and they're like, we'll throw you this dollar amount, and I was like, man, I'm like,
No, I get it. I get it. I just it's more of like a personal guilt.
yeah,
For instance, this one company want to pay me X amount of dollars. Those have you seen those cup things girls are throwing in the bras to make their boobs pop up?
no, I haven't.
Okay, yeah, there's like some lifters to make your boobs look good
Uh,
if you have cleavage, and they're like, "Oh, we'll pay you this much if you make a video." I'm like, no, because I don't believe in that. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell some little girl, like, because we have younger following. Like, I
yeah,
have 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds in there somewhere. I'm
yeah,
like, I'm not gonna tell them they need this to look beautiful. Like, that's just
yeah,
not me. So I just, I do turn things down a lot.
yeah. Now, are you getting these emails? Are people emailing you, or are you on any like app or anything for
Um,
agencies to contact you?
I do have two agents. I do work with an
Okay.
agency, so they get me deals, and then people do personally email me and DM me still.
Gotcha. See, I
Hmm.
find it so interesting. I've never been offered no agent, like nothing. I've done everything by myself.
Yeah, I mean, no, they've been helpful. I mean, I'm glad I joined them, but
Yeah,
we work together. Like they do stuff, I do stuff. So
gotcha. Well, that's good. You can still do your own thing.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Which is how it should be. Um, Emily found this app or website. It's called Jenny. It's or Guinea. It's GENNI. And it's like strictly a sound base app
Hmm.
where they anytime an artist puts out a new song, she'll get a message and they'll say, "Hey, we the requirements. We want you to lip sync this one, or can you post a video of you dancing or doing something romantic to the song?"
What?
This one's $200. You can choose to accept it or not, but they just send you just offers and you can just go from there.
Oh yeah, I'll have to look at that. That's cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, me too. Um, but yeah, no, I like doing those. I like the label ones because they typically pay a little bit
Hmm.
more also, which is nice.
Yeah, I do a lot of those. That's it's funny because I get a lot of the sad love songs, like
Really?
like the lonely ones. So my followers think I'm all like sad and lonely. I'm like,
Now, are you? I mean, are you dating at all, or are you just working on yourself, or
um, yes and no. So I'm not a person that's actively looking. Like I said, it's all in timing. I'm not out there desperate. I'm not like I want to find the right person.
yeah?
So I'm not, you
Now,
know,
are you on
forcing anything.
Tinder, Hinge? You just meeting people out, or
I'm not in any of those right now. I know there's fake accounts on me, so if you guys see me and it's not me, so report it. But no, not right now. Just I like I said, it's all I trust in timing and hopefully I find the right person. I don't want to force anything.
no? Has anybody ever walked up to you and given you a good pickup line at the bar?
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time. All the
Is
time.
there one that sticks out that you can remember?
Not at the bar because they're all pretty cheesy, but I
Okay.
did fall for this one on Instagram because I mean, of course I fell for it. So you go, hey, someone created a profile of you, like a fake profile.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, can you please, give me the username so I can report it? Because TikTok, I'm sure never takes down the fakes. They just think they're not doing anything wrong, but Instagram actually does. So that's why I asked for the profile. So he sends me NASA and he goes, because you're out of this world. I'm like, That was a good one. I told him like that was a really good one. That was
That's
clever.
clever. That is very clever.
Yeah,
I like that. Now,
that one sticks out.
did you ever do anything with TikTok Shop?
Ooh, one thing.
One
I
thing.
think I did the car
Gotcha.
dash cam.
I feel like TikTok Shop has ruined TikTok.
Yeah, it pops up a lot.
It's all I
It's
see is ads of people, like even people I
yeah.
follow. They, you just which I'm about to post one. Don't get mad at me. It's a
I'd
tooth.
say I know you post a few.
I have in the past, yeah. But I mean, it was like, for example, they wanted to send us a work desk. They're like, we'll give you $150 commission, a free desk, and 10% commission. And I was like, okay, well, Emily's working from home now. We kind of need a desk. So if you're gonna
That's
pay me
awesome.
to post this desk,
Right.
yes.
If you
There are,
need
and
it,
like
definitely.
yeah, and then there was a vacuum company, which I was like, it's so funny to me because and they're almost all exclusively like Chinese companies too.
Yeah, they are.
Um yeah, and you like get these DMs where they're like, "Hi dear, we would like to offer you high commissions for the
That's
job."
so funny. They all say hi, dear. It's so funny.
I don't even open them anymore unless it says Don Hollywood or Donald Spellman to it.
Really?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because it's not worth the time. I'm like, if you don't even watch my content because yeah, I'm happy to take the money, but I'm also like, why do you want to advertise a vacuum on a dancer's page?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
it doesn't line up. I don't
Hmm.
understand it.
Yeah, I get pet vacuums a lot.
Really?
I'm like, I really don't need that.
No, no, but it's like but it's all you see and you know, I'm not gonna call her out by name, but there's a friend of mine, she's an artist and she gained 30,000 followers from posting some fun line dancing videos with her boyfriend. And
Hmm.
then, but she's an artist and she's in Nashville and trying to sing. But then she's like taking full advantage of this TikTok shop thing. Like every day she's like, I got these yoga pants. I'm like, I get it. You get all these free clothes, but I'm like, but aren't you also trying to make it as an artist? Like, why are you not
Right.
posting like artist content on your page? And it's just like all I see. And I don't even, I stopped watching TikToks because of it because as you know, when these line dances became popular, like whichever one is popular at the time, that's all I see. If I scroll in the For You page, is like this person doing it, this person doing it,
Yeah.
TikTok shop, line dance, TikTok shop. And I'm like, it's not fun.
No, yeah, it's just one after another. Especially, have you noticing TikTok's putting more ads up? So you're watching a video and all of a sudden you're at an ad. Yeah.
Yes. And where's my money from that? Like why am I?
Like,
But
yeah,
even
it's
when you
crazy.
log into TikTok now, the first thing that pops up is an ad for like Sunday Night Football or something along those
Hmm.
lines.
Yeah. It's definitely
Apparently, I'll say apparently Instagram used to do the same thing and they got rid of it because it ruined the app.
the ads.
Yeah, like they had like an Instagram shop where people could sell stuff and
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's interesting because you have the this weird dynamic where TikTok comes out and it's the greatest and hottest thing on the planet and it's all short form content and everybody's doing these fun dances and short little clips, but then they're like we want to be more like YouTube. Now we're gonna push long form content and because I would always keep my line dancing videos to 12 to 15 seconds max because the
Hmm.
more replays, the more it gets sent
Right.
out. But now they don't even, if you do a short clip, they don't even send it to anybody anymore.
No, they want those long ones.
Correct. So now they're trying to be more like YouTube, but then Instagram is now trying to copy TikTok, and so is Facebook by doing the Reels, and they want you to post 12 seconds or less on the Reels because the more plays you get, the more it gets sent out.
Hmm. Yeah, and YouTube started doing shorts. I don't know when they started doing that. What's like the same thing. They like the short videos.
It's about a year and a half ago, but they don't pay as much. Unless I get a video, um, I have to get one to do almost 1 million views to like actually make like
Oh, really?
if a video does like 1 million views as a YouTube short, it'll probably make me about 300-400 bucks.
Okay.
Which is I mean decent, but it's also just like how many am I gonna and I just don't understand it because when I first started on YouTube, I had 30, 40, 50,000 followers within 6 months, and I'm getting like 30,000 views a short. And I'm like, I only have 60,000 followers, and this video is getting 60,000 views. This is great. And then
Yeah.
and then I get really hot there for a while, and some are doing hundreds of thousands. I'm like, wow, YouTube's the place to be. I make it up to 134,000 followers. I have my best month ever 2 months
Hmm.
ago.
Yeah, I saw
Since,
that.
yeah, since then, nothing,
None, nothing.
nothing.
It's a
I,
hit and miss.
I've had
That's
my
social
two,
media.
I've had my two lowest on YouTube the last 2 months,
Hmm.
and I'm lucky if a short does 10,000 views right now.
Yep. That's TikTok same way. Like you're on fire, getting like 60, 100,000 views, and then all of a sudden you get
Yep.
300.
Yep. What's your strategy for posting? Do you have like a certain number of posts that you like to make a week or once a day or
Um,
talk
yeah,
me
it's
through that?
usually once a day. I mean,
Okay.
there's certain days I miss. I just kind of post at the same time, to be honest. I post around like 2 to 4.
Hmm.
That's about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a good followers. I love the following I have. They comment right away. They're very supportive. So I think they're like the main reason my videos are getting pushed because of their initial engagement.
Yeah.
So I'm very blessed with the people that are supporting me and they
Now,
help a lot.
now are you the type person that you maybe film videos on the weekends and then you just post throughout the week, or do you try and shoot something daily?
Um No, there's certain days I'll record a lot of videos. Like you can tell I'm like in the same outfit and scenery almost. I'll do that and then spread them out through the week. But then
Yeah.
there's other days I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do this sound real quick and I'll record it and then
Nice.
post it. So it's like hit and miss. Like I'm kind of all over the place. I don't have like a strategy to it. So
Gotcha.
whatever I'm feeling. Do you
Gotcha.
have a strategy?
Yeah. Post in the morning, afternoon, and at dinner on
Okay, see.
yeah, I used to post 3 to 4 times a day on TikTok for probably 2 years, but that's what they wanted. And so I did that, but then the videos in the morning just stopped getting views. Like anytime no matter what it was in the morning, so I just stopped posting, and then I
Mhm.
just decided to come out of like, hey, I'm just gonna post one 1 minute original video every day where we'll just talk about something. Usually we film it same day.
Yeah.
And then I'll just find a line dance video or a swing dance video and post it. But I have literally had nothing go viral on TikTok besides Shivers in probably, I want to say probably a year and a half now,
Wow. That's
which is
crazy.
which is weird because I've yet to find this like because there's like these like seasons. So I don't remember how long it's been since we followed each other. I think it's been 2 years now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, because when I originally got all these followers was from me swing dancing with these girls and doing the romantic
Right.
dips and everything. And then Shivers happens and everybody thinks I'm just in love with line dancing and line dancing is my
Hmm.
whole world. Um, and I felt like the first season of my TikTok was that, and then the second season was Shivers, and I'm like, I don't feel like I found a third thing that's connected. Plus the algorithms changed and I want to try and monetize it.
Hmm.
And I don't know if we didn't do more sketches or just, I mean, we've had some success talking about the wedding stuff and everything. But it's not consistent at all.
Right. Yeah. I have no advice for you right now because
Yeah.
that's just like I said, social media is very unpredictable. You just
Well,
gotta
you
keep trugging along.
For sure. And you like check the landscape. Like I started watching like other line dancers and I'm just like, well, is there anything that they're doing that's working for them? And I mean, when Dasha came out with her song Austin, there were a few people that gained
Hmm.
a good following from posting that regularly.
Right.
But I think less people just watch TikTok now because of all the ads and it's just not as fun anymore, I feel like.
I mean, it was hot because of COVID, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone's sitting at home watching these videos. I think that more people are out and about in the world and getting back to normalcy. That TikTok is not as huge, and it was threatened for a long time that's gonna get banned.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So.
never going to happen. I like how the Republicans were going to, get rid of it, and then the Democrats were, and then now the Republicans are
Hmm.
defending it. And I'm just like, you
Right.
can't make up the government. Um,
You
yeah.
have you have so many dancing clips. Do you have someone there that's always recording you? Like, do you have like a camera guy?
So I did, but I never like it wasn't like a paid thing. And now
Hmm.
if we did got paid for something and I needed somebody to film, I would pay him and give him a commission of it. But that was the cool thing about when TikTok first happened and everybody was filming each other. I mean, because at my bar we probably had I would say 10 plus people who all were posting content regularly there for a year or two.
Right.
So everybody had their phones out and we were recording with each other and people knew I liked it. So they just would whip their phones out, even if maybe they really weren't a dancer. They just like to be there and like talk to everybody. So they
Yeah.
just would whip it out and record you for a minute dancing, with so and
Hmm.
so. But that's been the tough part is because I never, like very rarely would I ever have to ask anybody, hey, I would like to get this dance filmed tonight. Right. And then, but now less people are posting because I feel like there was a good portion of the crowd that they tried to be an influencer. They gained maybe a few followers, and
Hmm.
it just didn't really quite pan out for them, and they just stopped.
Right.
They don't record anymore. They just don't, they're not trying it anymore. So now there was less people recording. So like now I kind of have to like ask people, hey, I'm kind of need to shoot some new content. Would you mind filming me, doing this song? Or Emily has to film me. And sometimes she's filming me with a friend.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, wow, how could you dance with somebody besides your fiance?
Oh, I see that all the time on your videos. I do read some of the comments on your videos because they're always like, he's cheating on her. Why is he looking at her? I'm like, oh man.
It's funny. Now, you don't really film much at the bar. Is your bar not really conducive to filming, or are you just not like asking people to film you or?
No, they're totally fine with filming. It's just I don't want to bug people because everyone loves to dance. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you, hey, film me, not dance, right?
Yeah.
It's just I feel bad. I want everyone to have a good time. Like, who wants to sit there and film someone? So that's the
Yeah.
only reason I've been posting more line dancing. I mean, I do have a friend that he records a lot of my videos, and he
Hmm.
started going to the bar again. Maybe he'll record a few, but
Yeah.
no, I just feel bad
So it's the
because I
same
want.
friend who like records some of your videos, like when you're getting out of the truck and everything.
Yeah, it's on the parking lot videos. Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
do
Are
that.
you are you like working with them? Like is he like a videographer that you're like taking care of?
No, he's
Otherwise, just a good friend
he,
is looking out for you. Okay.
yeah, he's just good at the angles and stuff, and he doesn't mind doing it. Like I have two
Yeah.
friends that just don't mind doing it. They'd rather be behind the camera rather than in front.
Gotcha. That's very nice. I try to take care of some of my friends now. Like I'll buy them a couple drinks at the bar
Yeah.
and stuff because we are making money off of it and
Hmm.
so if I can get you a couple drinks and for you
Yeah.
helping me and I want to try and take care of the people who take care of me.
Right. Yeah, that's nice of you.
Yeah. But he just got married and he stopped coming out so he kind of lost my cameraman. He was good at it too because there's some magic to the content creation thing.
Hmm. You have to be steady. Like that's a big thing. Is I've actually had someone record a paid song promotion for me,
Hmm.
and it was just not a steady video. I'm like, okay. I mean, I appreciate them taking the time to do it, but I'm like, I can't use it because it's kind of shaky.
Yeah.
So like, it is like you do have to be steady and get the right angles.
Yeah. So do you have some tips for some people of things that you found that work well?
Uh, I mean, not. I don't mean I.
So it's not like a certain time of day you like to get the lighting right or anything?
No, I just kind of I record all times of day. Like I do like
Okay.
the parking lot. Like when the sun's kind of coming down, it is great lighting, especially
Yeah.
with the flash on.
Yeah.
But it's like it's really angles and like you can record it right in the bright sun. You just gotta get the right angle, and you'll
True.
make your eyes pop.
Yeah.
So I think it's more angle based
Well, I'm sure
than
you've seen
anything.
the videos of the people who have like millions of followers, like the fixed whites in them where they like go out on the pier, they're dressed up in a suit and they're dancing and everything. And I mean, I
Yeah.
know that that's like their job and everything, but I'm just like, man, I'm like, the last thing I want to do after working for 5 days is to get dressed up and go out on a Saturday and then ask a friend to come film.
Hmm.
That's a lot, but
It is.
but maybe it would help. I don't know.
That is like one area I struggle with my content is not having someone available to film
Yeah,
when I can because all my friends work and it's
that's why you
like
need to find a boyfriend.
yeah. And like it's frustrating because I have a vision in my head
Uh,
and I know the angle and everything I want and like explain it to someone that's like, I don't expect them to be pros at filming or anything. Like I try to explain it the best I can. And it's like that's like one thing I struggle with. It's like when if I get bigger, I probably will start paying someone that knows how to work the films and stuff and help me out.
yeah, yeah, I've thought about it. I've really tried to go full force with this
Hmm.
podcast stuff. I'm putting out one a week.
Yeah.
We're getting on Spotify. We're posting clips and stuff on Instagram. So I invested in this microphone and tried to invest into some good equipment. But yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, well, maybe if I film, but I'm like, but how much is somebody going to charge me? Because that's time and money and equipment and editing on their
Right.
part. I'm like, how much are they going to and I'm like, at what point, how do you know when to make that jump? I mean, I guess maybe we should talk to people and see how much they charge.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm good at the editing part. It's just having getting someone to see your vision with you. Like
Yeah.
it, like they know what angle I'm talking about, or especially with I'm so bad at posing. Like I have to have people tell me how to pose. So it'd be nice if someone can
Yeah.
like help me out with that too.
Okay. Well, when you shop that around, if you talk to people, text me and let me know what kind
Hmm.
of their rates are because I've been curious about myself. I don't even know who I would even contact here
Yeah.
even get into that. But again, then it's like, how long do you give that to see if it boosts your money at all? You know what I mean? Like, let's say I paid somebody $500 a month to,
Hmm.
film some content for me and I, post it. It's like, am I gonna see that return on my page? I feel like I would need to make at least double that to, I want to break even on it.
Right. I think it's more when we have more of a steady, deal system and
Yeah.
promotions. Like if you get to that point where you're like getting them all the time, then you can start paying someone.
Now,
Yes.
are all your pictures iPhone or is those pictures that somebody took of you?
No, they're both. Some of them
Gotcha.
are iPhone, some of them are like the nice fancy cameras. So
Did you
I
pay
like
somebody to do those or just a friend wanted to?
both.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We had some
That's cool.
friends, they wanted to, boost their portfolio and everything and wanted us to post them. So we're like, hey, in exchange for a social media post, do you want to take some pictures of us? Absolutely. We definitely would love to.
Yeah, that's awesome. I
Yep.
do have a friend at the bar that she does photography, so I've been talking to her a few times. I'm like, hey, can you help me out? I need to shoot some pics for a brand.
Nice.
So she gives me a discount, right? All that.
Okay, cool. So besides the marketing and all that you're doing, and then you got a new business, I'm sure you'll be posting about that once you're ready to go with it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a while though. That's
Okay.
why I don't like talking about it too soon, just in case something happens.
Well, I just want the
Um,
people who are listening to be on the lookout to check it out.
yeah, I
Um,
appreciate it.
we have our ballroom lessons on Mondays, so at 8 o'clock. So I need to unfortunately wrap this up here in a minute.
Have
This
fun.
is
I see those videos. Those are awesome.
Yeah, thank you. We're learning Viennese waltz for the wedding.
Oh wow.
It's a fun new dance
Sounds
style.
fancy.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to do ballroom or learn any other styles of dance?
No,
No.
I am not like line dancing is good enough for me because I just gotta move my feet, but I'm actually super stiff because I hit the gym all the time. So
Yeah.
I'm a stiff dancer.
I know. I wish we should have talked about that some more. We'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, gym stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting close to looking like you. I've been eating very healthy. I know you got this hoodie on, but for the people who listen to this on Spotify, and or haven't seen Jessica, she's freaking ripped. She's got a six pack,
I appreciate
all these
it.
muscles are just defined, and I'm jealous. I want that. I see that, and I'm just like, all right, I need
You're
to stop
doing good
eating
though.
crap.
You're becoming consistent.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was. I used to be. It's weird. How old are you again? 24?
27.
27. You're 27 now?
Yeah,
Okay, I
getting
guess you were.
old.
I guess yeah, you were 25 when I met you. Yeah, you are getting old.
Mhm.
Well, shit, then you kind of know the older you get. Did you, I mean, well, let's go and talk about it for a minute. We got a couple more minutes. Did you always work out like growing up or when did you start that?
I was always an athlete growing up, so I played basketball, softball,
Gotcha.
soccer, and all that. And once I graduated high school and all the sports ended, I went right into weightlifting. So it's been what 11, 12 years now that I
Okay.
lifted weights.
When did you start focusing on the diet? Because as you know, you can work out as hard as you want, but if your diet is trash, your muscles are not going to look good.
So for the longest time, I did not care what I ate. Like
Okay.
I've always kind of had the core going and all that. Especially I was a pole vaulter, so I always had a built
Gotcha.
core. Um, and I didn't care. And I'm noticing as I get older, I'm like, all right, I gotta focus on the diet a little bit more because my metabolism will slow down. So that's when I started meal prepping, and I've honestly seen better results when I was consistent with the meal prepping. Like people don't realize that what gets you a core in the muscles is eating. Like people want to starve themselves and stuff. I'm like, no, you have to eat, but make sure it is the healthy fats and carbs and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Well, give us a few foods that you're eating.
So in the morning I'll make this yogurt bowl. So I'll buy a whole tub of Greek yogurt and I have like meal prep containers. I'll
What
put a
brand
couple.
and flavor?
It's just generic store brand. So we have Meyer here.
Okay.
It's Meyer brand. So like Greek whole milk
Yeah.
yogurt.
Gotcha.
And then I'll mix my like a scoop of I can't even talk, sorry. Whey protein,
Yeah.
honey, cinnamon, because like raw honey and just ground cinnamon is really good for you too. And I'll mix them up, throw a fruit in it, and I'll eat that in the morning, plus some eggs and oatmeal. So that's my morning diet.
Now,
Lunch,
are you putting any fruit in that, like blueberries or anything?
yeah, I do raspberry and strawberries. I'm more
Gotcha.
like a red fruit
Because I
girl.
tried that for a while and I tried to go to the no sugar yogurt, but the sugar in the fruit was like giving me like a little bit of a sugar high, and then I would crash, like an
Okay,
hour later, and I just stopped eating it. So I just drink a Fairlife protein drink in the morning because it's simple, easy, and I get no sugar crash from it.
okay, I got you. Yeah, I've never experienced that.
Okay.
I definitely eat a lot more. I don't, I have to eat a lot more because I work out every day.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
burning a lot of calories. But the most important part is getting your protein literally 20 to 30 minutes after your workout, right? So you
Okay.
get your protein shake in and I'll meal prep sweet potatoes and like I'll make a garlic steak bites and eat that right after.
Okay.
Like those are like I think honestly think the meal before you work out and the meal after you work out are very important. Like
Okay.
later on, of course, get in your calories, but those
So
are two.
you're making sure you're going to the gym at like the same time every day to be on a strict schedule.
I used to like when I used to work in an office, so like I go to the office in the morning, I'll go to gym every day at 2 p.m. every
Okay.
day. But now that I'm not doing that, I'm like more on my own schedule. It is sort of consistent, but it's more, I want to say 11 to 2, I'll go.
Okay. And are you drinking strictly water? Do you add anything to the water?
So I'm a weird person and like I wouldn't recommend this for people, but I've done this for 10 years. I will mix in my pre-workout, my creatine, and my water. I'll drink it during my workout. And
Okay.
people are like, what's the point? You had to have it 20 minutes before. I'm like, I still feel it. Like, because I work out so long, I
Gotcha.
want it to last. So I'll drink it during it.
Okay.
So if you're like
Interesting.
I mean, how long do you work out for typically?
An hour.
An hour. So you're gonna want to drink it 20 minutes before you work out. If
Yeah.
I work out 2 to 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
that I drink it well during it.
I'm very fortunate because my gym is actually across the street, so it's
Mhm.
probably a 5, 7 minute walk there.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
I'll take pre-workout and I'll walk there. So I kind of count that towards my cardio. Unless I'm very busy, I'll drive over there.
Yeah.
But just because we have so much going on with work, and we have ballroom, and then now I'm doing podcasting, it's like I get in a good hour. We did get bicycles, so I've been
Oh, that's
killing
awesome.
the bicycle. It's so much fun. I get to ride through the neighborhood and see the different subdivisions, and
That's a good
um,
workout too.
yeah, it's so good. And then I saw I rode by this middle school, and I was like, I'm just gonna do a loop around the middle school. And so I'm doing a loop. Well, come to find out there's a humongous park behind the middle school.
Oh,
Like
really?
football field, tennis courts, basketball courts, volleyball, soccer fields. I was like, I've lived here 5 years and I had no idea that there was this humongous park. And there's all these people out there playing games and just walking their dogs because they have a big track around it too. And I was like,
That's awesome.
it was so cool. I was like, man, I was like, I can't believe I've lived here this long and had no idea. I was like, I want to come here and hang out and play some pickup ball.
No, that's awesome. Does the football field have the tires? The big tires?
No, people were actually like playing football. It was like art. They had the goalposts up and artificial turf. So I didn't see any tires, but there was probably they were playing 7-on-7 two-hand touch
Yeah,
football the entire length of the field.
because there's like there's a couple of fields like high school fields around my area. I'll
Yeah,
go there and I'll do tire flips, and that's a really
gotcha,
good workout.
gotcha. I wanted to ask you, are you eating? Do you ever eat avocado?
I I try my best to eat like I don't know if you saw my cottage cheese series. Like I try to eat
I
cottage
feel like I
cheese.
maybe did.
I don't know. I made like 2 videos on it because I already gave up. Like
Yeah.
cottage cheese and avocados are so good for you, protein and the healthy fat. I just cannot get myself to like them. I don't know if it's the texture or what.
What were you putting it on anything or just eating straight avocado?
The cottage cheese avocado.
Okay. So what Emily did for me, and I just started doing this a week ago, and because I don't know if I told you this, maybe I did, because I wasn't great. Well, first I got really fat. When I was 24, my metabolism just slowed down, and I was
Hmm.
like, dude, I was like, I do not want to spin because I was just like you know, I played sports my entire life. I was thin all day. I could eat whatever I wanted, and then
Hmm.
I gained like 20 pounds without really noticing. And I weighed 185, which is way too much for my height. And so I was like, man, I was like, I gotta lose weight. So I started Googling like what foods cause the most belly fat.
Hmm.
And because that's my family, all the weight just goes straight to your belly, and it was like dairy, and I was like, oh, I drink a lot of milk and I eat a lot of cheese, and I was like, so I'm cutting that out. And next thing you know, I lost 20 pounds, and I started dancing not long after this, and I'm going out on every Friday and Saturday dancing because as you know, when you first start line dancing, you do it all night, every
Oh
night.
yeah.
You're closing
Right.
the bar down, dancing to everything. Like it feels like you just played a full-on basketball game.
Hmm.
And then you do nothing. Then like you go do that on Friday, Saturday, you wake up, you do lay in bed all day and you're like, gotta be rested for tonight, gotta do this again, like
Right.
recover on Sunday and go back to work. So I got really thin, and then I got down to 162, and I look really good at 162.
Hmm.
And then when my dad almost died last year, um, and had to run our business and everything, I just was like stressed and didn't have as much time to work out, and I just kind of wanted to
Right.
grab quick food because I'm trying to take care of him, do our business. Emily just moved here. So I got back up to like 172, and I was
Hmm.
like, ooh, I'm like, I do not look good and I don't feel good. So then I'm down to 166 right now. But I've been eating this
Hmm.
avocado, and Emily puts it on this avocado toast. She got like sourdough bread,
Yeah.
and it's a small little piece of bread, and put a little avocado. She puts some sort of like sauce, or not sauce, seasoning on it, and then she
Yeah.
puts a tomato and then egg. Oh, Jess, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can do that. Like, I don't know if do you have a Tim Hortons where you're at?
No, I don't even know what that is. Or Tim
Oh,
Hortons. I've heard of it, but yeah, no, no.
they have an avocado toast. I can suck that down because they do season it right.
Yep.
So I mean avocado I can if I hide it a lot, but cottage cheese I just can't. There's
Gotcha.
something about cottage cheese.
Okay. Now, do you have like a cutoff of what time you eat at
No,
night? Okay.
I do. I actually do have a few friends that do cut themselves off, and it works for them. But I think with my metabolism being still so high,
Yeah.
like I don't have that issue. Like I can just continue eat. I just choose to eat healthier because it makes me feel better.
If you eat the
Um,
right thing, I don't think it's a big deal at all. But especially with the water weight too, because I weigh myself every morning, I notice that if I cut off, like I'll shave off like a pound and a half if I don't eat
mhm.
past like 7 o'clock at night.
No, but you're doing really well. Like I see your progress where you
Thank
post
you.
things about it, and you're
Appreciate
doing
that.
great. You're
I'm trying.
consistent. I mean, we
Well, it's
all like, what was that?
Well, I'll say it's key because, in my later 20s, when I was about your age, when I first started going out and everything, because that's how I kind of transformed my life, is I was like,
Hmm.
you start watching these motivational videos and you realize that what you feed your mind is just a muscle, and
That's it. Yeah.
what you feed it is how you will react.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so, everything that I follow and everything that I see needs to put me in the direction of where I want to be. So that's why I'll follow these fitness people, and that's why I love like following you. And one of our good friends, Lauren Stone, like she's all about it just like you are. And she's up at the gym before she's a teacher. So she's at
Yeah.
the gym at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm waking up at 7, and I'm seeing that, and she's up there, deadlifting and stuff at or 5:30 in the morning. And I'm like, all right, like I need to wake the wake the fuck up and let's go
Yeah.
work out.
That's like my biggest thing I tell people. Like, anyone that wants to get involved in gym, like I get this question all the time, is like, how do you stay motivated to go? And it's like I tell them it's not always motivation. Like you need the motivation to get started, right? But I tell people like just force yourself to go consistently for 2 to 3 weeks,
Yep.
and you'll start to develop discipline. And your mind will get tougher. Like I'm not always motivated to go every day, but like my body knows I have to. It's like
Yes. And I don't
gotta
feel right if I don't go.
right, yeah, yeah, and like I said, you're doing great. Mm, like even though like I mean I went through like for me I have to work out or else I'll lose weight. Like I was so skinny. Like there's videos I see of me on TikTok when I first started. Like I was so skinny.
Mhm.
And I did not like the way I look. And like I go through those up and down motions too. But I think I hit a point where I'm pretty good and consistent. Like I'm staying at where I like to be.
Mhm.
But we all go through up and downs as long as you just get back to it, and it's all mindset, right?
Absolutely. You should be very proud of
Mm,
yourself. You are
you
absolutely
too.
kicking ass.
You too.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, and that's such a great point is I'm not motivated to really do anything. Motivation is such a fleeting emotion. I'm
Hmm.
rarely motivated to do anything, but I know what I need to do
Right.
to get where I want to go, and I want to do that more than I want to, not have money and not look good. It's like I want it
Right. Yeah.
more, so I'm not. I guess you could call it, but it's just like you said, it's discipline. Like it's just
Right.
no, it is non-negotiable. People think I'm nuts because when I go on vacation, at the very least, I'm going for a run or a jog or a walk around the neighborhood and I'm stretching and I'll do some, even if it's 15, 20 minutes, I'm doing some squats and push-ups. Like
Hmm.
it's non-negotiable. I'm working out.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you do need a motivate. I cannot talk. You do need a motivation to get started on all your goals,
Yep.
but then you develop discipline, right? You definitely need to start with motivation. It's just discipline comes later.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Now, do you lift every day or do you go to the gym like do cardio on the weekends or
Every single day I lift.
okay,
I mean, I'll do like a 10-minute cool down walk. Finally walk. Like I said, I lose weight so easily. So
gotcha.
that's why I focus on progressive overload and weight
Okay.
training, just eating.
Gotcha. It was weird. I used to do that too until, I got 31, 32, and then I was like, okay, like with work and because my work is physically demanding and
Hmm.
then lifting every single day, like my body is starting to fight itself. And so I was like, so I only lift Monday through Friday, and then I'll do cardio. It could be an hour long bike ride. I could just go walk for 30 minutes, but I just do something to get my
Right.
heart rate up. And it's also when you're most creative too, because you got all that
Hmm.
blood flow pumping. So like there's times where I've been on the treadmill and like a good idea pops in my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm
Exactly.
gonna put this in my notes right now.
That's there was a what philosopher? Some philosopher said that like if you run out of ideas, just go for a walk. Like
Yeah.
that's when your ideas and thoughts come out clearly,
Yep.
more clear and
Yeah. And it's been so cool going these bike rides with Emily because we'll just have these like great conversations, while we're out just bike riding and like I just see this, nice smile on her face and she's just going I'm like, you got the blood flow going, we're at her nice conversation. Like it just seems to make her so happy and it's so much fun.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy for you guys. You guys are gonna
Thank
have a
you.
beautiful wedding.
I appreciate that. If we have some room and you're interested, I'll maybe be able to send you an invite, but I won't know until probably closer to
You're
December.
right.
So
Don't worry about it.
if you
'Cause
can
I
come
know how
last
much.
minute.
No, I know how much a wedding costs people. It's crazy. This economy is expensive these days.
Yeah, that's a whole nother 3.5 hour podcast in and of
Yeah.
itself. All right, well, I need to go get ready
Yeah.
for this ballroom lesson, but thank you so much for coming on. It was an
Thank
absolute
you.
joy to finally talk to you face to
I
face. And
know. I appreciate your patience. I'm sorry I had the cold and my
oh
voice is
no.
kind of coming back.
Nah, you were fine, and I appreciate your communication with me. And
Hmm.
yeah, no, this was a blast, and I hope we can do it again soon. And
Yes.
I absolutely love following you, and I think you're absolutely doing great. You're killing it. So I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you
I
continue to
appreciate
kill it.
it. Thank you. You too.
All right, bye, Jess.
All right. Bye.